Hi everyone, again my name is Daddy Lester and we are House Caraan. In this channel we talk about tips and tricks for kids, parenting, and family life. So if you're interested with those kinds of topics, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell para update kayo sa mga future videos. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So recently umuwi ako sa probinsya namin sa Laguna. Isa sa main na pinagkakakitaan talaga doon is farming. May mga konting fruits din pero mostly kamatis talaga yung main. Tapos green leafy vegetables like cabbage, pechay, mustasa, then other pods like beans, sitaw. In fact, yung parents ko may sarili silang backyard farm. Ako, lumaki talaga ako sa farm na nagtatanim kami ng kamatis, nagtatanim kami ng iba-ibang gulay, and yung main kabuhayan namin. So, pa rin mabalikan yung farming. In fact, last 2015, karoon kami ng opportunity makatrabaho isang crowdfunding yung term nila. So they invest in small farms around Central Luzon, Southern Luzon, mga katabing provinces ng Manila. Ibig sabihin, marami yung namumuhunan para dun sa mga farms. And isa kami sa naging partner, yung community namin na magtanim and then profit sharing. So nakakatulong kami sa mga investors, same time, natutulungan din yung mga farmers na ma-providean sila ng fund. So doon ako nagkaroon ng idea na hindi naman kailangan siguro it will come from a crowdsourcing organization. Medyo komplikado yung structure niya and a lot of farmers, medyo hirap sila sa mga ganong klaseng structure. I figured possible din pala na makapag-invest tayo like regular families, regular people na you have a full-time job and gusto mo din ma-explore yung possibility na magkaroon ng farm kasi profitable naman talaga siya. So there's a lot of factors, of course, with any kind of business para maging profitable. Pero this one, especially this pandemic, na-realize namin kung gaano talaga yung potential ng farming business. And marami pa tayong matutulungan, especially we can help provide food for a lot of people. So tara, sagutin muna natin yung isang importanting question about why start a farm business. Nabanggit ko na rin na yung profitability. In fact, profitable talaga siya. Pero it's like any business, kailangan ng enough capital. And usually, yun yung wala yung ating mga farmers. So they have the skill, they have the know-how, pero usually inuutang nila yung mga puhunan nila. One disadvantage ng farming is seasonal siya. Mostly yung mga main na crops namin, mas okay siya kapag summer. Kapag tag-ulan, so maraming gulay yung hindi makasurvive. So hindi siya naging profitable in that sense. Pero babalik ka pa rin doon sa, like for us, na nag-invest kami, naging profitable yung venture namin, sobrang advantage siya for people who has regular jobs. So you get the profitability part, but you don't get the rest na, okay, kapag walang harvesting season, may full-time job ka naman. Number 2 reason why you should start a farm is you'll actually help not just the people but the environment. As we all know, yung pagtatanim creates oxygen, creates more plants, of course, that will breathe in carbon dioxide. So it basically cleans the air kapag mas marami tayong tinatanim. You don't just help yourself, you don't just help the environment, but you help the community as a whole. If you invested in a farm, usually give jobs to a lot of people in a rural community, especially yung mga agricultural areas. Those 3 alone should be good enough reason para talagang you explore and take a chance in potentially having your own farm business. So let's go with the step-by-step process. First thing you need to know is to understand the market. Paano ba yung bentahan, paano ba yung supply, paano ba yung operation, things like that. So ito yung understanding ko sa market sa amin. Around our area in Laguna, the process in some other parts of the country hindi naman nagkakalayo. Pero ganito usually siya. First, the farmers do the planting, the pagpapalaki and pagbebenta, pag-harvest ng mga halaman. And then there's usually multiple layers ng resellers. So bibili nila yon in bulk. Dadalhin nila ngayon to sa mga iba-ibang towns and provinces. So depende kung saan may available na market, dadalhin nila yon. And then yung mga mamimili doon is usually in bulk din kung bumili. Pero in smaller portions na. Now, dito na papasok ngayon yung supply chain. So, from farmers to resellers to another reseller to another reseller hanggang sa makarating sa mga retailers. So, whether yung retailer is mga maliliit na sa palengke or sa groceries or sa supermarket, diyan nag-end up ngayon yung na-harvest ng farmers. Sa current market or yung supply chain, madalas na-sacrifice yung mga farmers kapag sobrang mura. Kasi over yung supply, masyadong mura siya, si farmer yung walang kinikita. And I honestly wanted to do something about it. In fact, yung yung capital, I think is one solution kasi nakakapagbigay nga tayo ng potential na puhunan, pero this still doesn't solve the supply chain issue. For me, dapat siguro mas ma-focus din natin yung mga farmers na they get the most of the benefits kasi to tell you honestly, sobrang hirap mag-farming. So, if we can help them and they can help us to lessen the middleman, then I guess that's a win-win for more people. So, let's now go to step 2, which is picking your location. So, sobrang important step din to kasi we're talking about kung saan ba yung specific plant lalaki ng maayos, specific area. Most cases, alam to ng mga farmers with their experience, with their expertise, diba? And even government agencies who can tell us na itong halaman na to kailangan malamig, itong halaman na to kailangan medyo dry, things like that. Pero what's important with picking a location, aside from that, is yung convenience sa'yo as an investor. If you are investing in a farm, then you'll be a partner with a farmer. In our case, ginawa namin is yung pwede kaming mag-back and forth from our work, let's say, for monitoring purposes, at saka yung coordination with farmers, kung ano ba yung progress, kung lumalaki ba, kung kikita ba, kung kailangan ba ng workload, kung kailangan ba ng additional puhunan. Pero, what's important is, you can go to that farm. Part ng puhunan mo is yung rent ng lupa. Kapag mas malapit sa daan or malapit sa access transportation, mas mahal siya. Kapag medyo papasok ka ng konti, nagmumura siya. Yung pag medyo malayo sa main road, kailangan mo ng additional transport. Like what I mentioned earlier, kabayo yung nagdadala. So additional expense yun. So ito tuck in sa cost mo. Those are some of the main consideration kapag pipili ka ng location ng gusto mong farm. So you now understand the market. You now chosen a location, the actual town. In our case, ito yung areas Liliw, Mayhay, Caraan. Ayun yung main 3 areas sa amin. Pero there are a lot of other agricultural areas sa Laguna and even Quezon and the other side. So once you pick your location, then you now have to decide on what kind of setup you want it to be. So medyo napahapyawan ko na rin to earlier. So either you create your own farm, meaning ikaw talaga yung mamahala, ikaw talaga yung main person na in charge, and then kuha ka na lang ng mga tao, which I don't recommend, especially if you're new to this kind of business. It is better na you have a partner. You find a trusted farmer or someone na pwedeng mag-manage ng fund mo, ng investment mo, knows a little bit about agriculture, and then the actual farmers. Kasi with farming, you're definitely gonna need a lot of manpower and yung knowledge ng ano ba yung mga manpower na kailangan, ano ba yung mga gagawin talaga. It's something na you learn along the way. So, you should think twice doing it on your own. So yung create your own farm, that would include yung sarili mong lupa, you bought it, which is not really advisable for beginners. And then yung second option is you rent a land. Pretty much the same setup na you have a partner, a farmer, and then you're renting their land, and then they're doing the work, you're doing the investment. All of these setup will have its own risks, will have its own advantages, disadvantages. Pero easiest path is usually second one, where you rent a land and then yung partner na farmer mo have the know-hows para naman, kumbaga industrial partner sila. Yung third option, which is yung investing lang, is more of yung binanggit ko kanina na crowdfunding, that you have someone else who manage your funds and then parang nag-aambagan kayo. Parang third party sila na nagmamanage ng pera mo, and then someone else, they'll get the community partners, and they'll get the farmers and all the other stuff. So there's a lot of flexibility, there's a lot of options, but that's something that you have to explore, understand, and then figure out what's the best setup for you. The next step, kailangan mo maintindihan ano ba yung gusto mong ipatanim. So will be another topic for another video, pero that's another major consideration. Pero in this case, right after mo na maintindihan with your partner, kasi kailangan mo din malaman yung expertise ng partner mo na farmer. So, decide that later on. Another key factor din nung magpa-farming dito sa kind of setup na to is yung monitoring. So, nabanggit ko na kanina, so you need to pick a location that's convenient for you na pwede mong balik-balikan kasi you wanna make sure na you see the farm, you see the progress, you talk to your partners, and at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your investment, so you wanna make sure na you're getting the most out of it, and monitoring it is the way to do it. And then finally, this is not the last step, but this is one thing that you'll have to talk about with whatever setup you'll be having, the profit sharing. Probably not just the profit sharing. If you have multiple people na working on the farm, then you have to talk about yung magkano ba yung share ng bawat isa, and then ano yung workload ng bawat isa. You have to have a good understanding how that works. a bit of disclaimer, most farmers not really into business. So we had a long conversation, kumbaga paano ba yung fair na setup, and this is something na hindi naman bago sa mga farmers, pero iba-iba yung setup depende sa mapapagkasunduan ninyo. Whatever fair and whatever you think is fair on your end as well, then you go for it. This is just a preview of what we think could be a good topic for this channel. Even though we're a family channel, this is more of a note to self na rin, kasi we're exploring going back to that kind of business, especially now mas malawag na yung schedule namin. May pagkukuha na kami nung pwede namin invest. Like before, we have the knowledge pero we had to find someone else to invest for us. So if you're interested with exploring this kind of business, then we can actually help you. That's what we do in this channel. Na we share what we know, we share tips and tricks for families, and I think this is a good type of business for people who are working full time but has enough time to actually explore other stuff and na pwede mong ma-monitor. So we could exchange ideas, and you can probably explore investing in this kind of business then. So I guess that is for this video. Hope may natutunan kayo, and if you know someone you think might be interested in this kind of business, share this video to them, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.